be with Sharon at South by Southwest. This is right after Amy's Back to Black came out. And Sharon was literally performing at South by Southwest with the Dap Kings on the same day that the Dap Kings were performing with Amy Winehouse. Wow. And, on the other hand, I think Sharon also took it as a little she, if nothing else, was extremely competitive, like many great artists and singers. I mean, I always saw her as a bit of like a boxer, like a fighter. And she took it as a challenge. She's like, all right, Amy can borrow my band for a little bit, but I'm going to show her how to really use them. And if you ever saw an Amy show backed by the Dap Kings, or even talked to the Dap Kings about what it was like to perform with Amy as opposed to Sharon, I mean, Amy would put on a good show, but she didn't really push the Dap Kings, whereas with Sharon, the Dap Kings really were never sure what was going to happen on stage every night, because they had a lot of improvisation, and they really whatever energy and whatever whim and direction Sharon chose to go, that's where the band went. And it was a real workout, as opposed to with Amy, it was more of a predictable affair.
You also witnessed, Matt, a very kind of empathetic and poignant side to Sharon Jones on another occasion with Amy Winehouse. I'd like you to tell us about that.
I did. So in 2008, Sharon and the Dap Kings, they were performing they were doing a UK tour, and they were performing at the Jazz Cafe. And this was at a time where, Amy was definitely at her height in popularity, but it was also when she was at a height with the tabloids, and she was definitely on a downward spiral. And one night on a string of these shows, Amy showed up backstage to watch the show, and it was clear she was in a world of hurt, basically. And after the show, Sharon saw that Amy was there, and she gave her a hug, and she basically took Amy into the bathroom. She took her away from everyone, and she wanted to literally sit down and have a talk with Amy Winehouse. And she was probably in there for, 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Do you know what they talked about?
Yeah, and so what Sharon told me that night was that she basically just held Amy most of the time. She held her and, consoled her and told her that